Hello everyone, you're welcome on the 7th edition of It Matters. Thank you so much for joining in today, and I thank everyone so far for all your support, all my viewers, and I thank every individuals who are actually on the new platform that was created for It Matters. I thank you for those people who have been active, for Lord Mahidmin, for all those people who actually share their experiences on the platform. And I want to say a big thank you to all the doctors. Thank you so much for all your effort. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. On today's program, we actually be having a guest. She is not actually a professional in healthcare. You know, so far so good. We've actually treated a lot of topics on mental health, and when you see professionals talking about it, it seems as if, oh, it's not as a big issue, oh, they're making it so big, it's actually nothing. So we decided, based on people's request, to actually bring someone on the guest today who has actually got experience about some things, and they've actually gone through it, and they had one or two things to share to you. What happened to them? How did they get to that stage? How did they cope? How are they able to come out of that situation? So I want you to welcome my guest on today's show. Her name is Daisy Finney. She's actually an entrepreneur. She's an entertaining MC. If you see her on the Facebook, I like her package. She's always like an MC with swag and style. You don't need I don't need to introduce her. She's actually a name brand. So welcome on the show, Dazzling Daizy. So if you want to join me, come, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. So briefly, I know everyone knows you. I need to, but I still want you to introduce yourself to my viewers, to my audience, and so on. So what is your name? Thank you so much for coming.
Hello everyone. Hi Labake first. Hello everyone. Nice to I'm so happy to be here. Nice to have you on board. And if you're just watching this on my page for the first time, please do share. We are going to be learning from this as well. I'm so honored to be here today.
Thank you so much. So that's actually my guest. As you know, my name is Labake, also known as Elizabeth. Thank you so much. I need to apologize before we go into the program because we did actually started a bit late due to, it's raining in London. I don't know where you're tuning in, but it's really, really raining. So it's a bit of hard work getting here. And today on today's show, we'll be treating depression, and like I said, the topic is sharing experience. Let's clear it. Daisy is not depressed. So it's gonna take somebody who is actually I wouldn't say who is blind to say, seeing this babe sitting beside me, she's not depressed. So we are saying she want to share her experience. So that means she's gone through depression. Something has happened to her in the past, and I want her to summarize. Guys, we're gonna open the line, but not now. Please, I need you to let her talk. So I'll give you the number and you can call in if you've got anything to say, if you've got a similar experience. We are here to learn. And I need to remind people, the essence of this program is to promote people to be able to feel free to talk about their mental health situation, to seek help on time. We are trying as much as hard to encourage and build people's confidence to come out and talk about their issues, get support from the GP, from the mental health services, whatsoever, therapy, if you need medication, if you need. We're trying to stop the stigmatization, the label on mental health. We are trying to promote people's confidence to talk about it. So let's get clear. Daisy is not having depression. She's not depressed. I bet you see her every weekend doing her job. So for somebody, she's actually gone through it. And I want, and as a named person, somebody who you're used to, a bubbling person, a lively person, how did the people around you take it? How did it happen? What happened to start with?
Okay, hi everyone. When it comes to depression, a lot of people try to shy away from it. A lot of people try to keep it to themselves, like, oh, I don't want people to know that I'm going through depression or they have mental health issue. Nobody wants to talk about it. And what people don't understand is people do go through it in their lifetime. Some will have one what's it called, there's this word, like some people will have it every now and then,
okay,
and some will just have it once,
one episode.
That's what I want to say. Some will have one episode and that's it. In my situation, what happened actually, because I always tell people, I had a program on keeping it real and everybody was calling in. I think it was 2 years ago. And I love what you're doing, by the way, because I never knew Elizabeth would do something like this, and this never crossed my mind, but I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
So when it started, I was suffering with it alone, because even for me, I didn't believe it was depression, because a lot of people will think, oh, well, I don't think so. We live in denial. And I think what happened when it first started, anything can trigger depression. Let me let you all know. From childcare, to losing someone, to getting separated, to going through divorce, through even to change work. Like when you have a job, you're not making enough money, you want to make that decision to change jobs. Anything can cause depression. So a lot of us back home will think when they say you have depression, you want to keep it to yourself, you don't want to speak to someone. First thing you do. So when I found out, and I was like, I didn't just want to talk to people. And with my one, it was losing someone very close to me. I was in Nigeria on holiday. And my mom's adopted son, we grew up together. He's been living with us since he was 7 years old. We were together that night. A lot of people that have been following me know the story. We were hanging out, and he said, oh, Daisy, why don't you go home? I'll join you at home. Let me go and get you some painkillers. And he went to get me painkillers, and I saw some guys when I was driving home around him. I didn't even know he was the one. To cut a very long story short, because anytime I speak about that, I get emotional. So I don't want to talk about it. And that's why I'm so passionate when it comes to the gun and knife crime, because that was how my brother was killed, you know, and he died in my hands. And we took him to the hospital. They were like, police report, you know how Nigeria do their thing, and he died in my hands. So it was so painful. By the time I got back to UK, I thought I could handle it on my own. But inside me, I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was, you know, bottling it. I was thinking, I was very stressed. And I'm a strong lady. That should not affect me. And anytime I go to bed, I'm thinking, maybe if he hadn't gone to buy me that medication, maybe if we had stayed together, maybe if we didn't go out that night, maybe we would still be alive. So I was blaming myself.
Kind of guilt.
Yeah, guilt. I was blaming myself. And he was 32 years old. You know, I was like, maybe we shouldn't have gone out that night. And, you know, so many things started coming, you know, in my mind. And I was, you know, in my room, don't want to talk to no one. My children will come, and I would just get up in the morning, I dress up, and I go to work. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know I was supposed to speak out or seek counseling. So I was just, you know, Daisy, you come to, not that. So the thing started eating me up. Then at work again, my job, because I wasn't able to concentrate more. You know, I wasn't.
So it kind of affected you.
Yeah, it affected my work. And because at work, I told them what happened. And you know, when you work with some people and you tell them you lose someone, I don't want, you know, this is not about that now. And you try to explain that this is someone very close to you. And your manager was like, oh, okay. You know, probably because of my color. I don't want to go deep into that. You know, like, oh, okay. And one of a colleague lost a cat. And that was after 2 weeks of my one. I was still getting my normal job. I was still doing normal work. But when she lost a cat and she told them she just lost a cat, and they called for a meeting that people should be very fair on her. People should not give her any hard jobs. They should let her be because she's going through.
She was supported.
She was supported, and I wasn't. And that really, you know, weighed me down more. And I was talking to my family. Then I called my husband. I said, I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like this. Daisy, you are not like this now. Get up. You know, Daisy is money. Maybe if you get money, I know you. Maybe if I give you money now, you'll be fine.
So in essence, I want you viewers out there to note, and please bear in mind. So she, according to what Dazzling Daizy is saying, she didn't get supported from work, enough support that she would expect, and even at home, being the kind of person she is,
they didn't believe me. They didn't believe me. They're like, Daisy, you care, you. And I was saying, no, I think something is wrong with me. I said, because each time I feel withdrawn, I don't want to pick calls, I don't want to talk to people, you know. I just want to keep to myself. My children will go to school. By the time they come back, I'm still in bed. And when they come back, it got to a stage, my daughter would be saying, Mom, are you okay? I'll say, yes, I'm fine. Then it got to a stage, I was like, you know what? Before they come back from work, maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes before they come back from school, I'll quickly get up, because they know their mom to be a very strong person. And I was fighting in myself, like, I'm a very strong lady. Our depression came. It's not possible. You know, then it started happening. I was losing sleep. I was losing sleep. Even when I sleep, I think I've slept for 7 hours. I'll wake up, it's like, I just, you know, that kind, my brain was working.
Because, you were not sleeping deep.
No, I wasn't sleeping deep. So when I sleep and I wake up, it's like,
still
I just
wake up tired.
Yeah. And things that I usually do, then I would be like, it was a struggle. It was a struggle for me. But people didn't know, because I would still get out there. I push myself. Then it got to a stage I was losing weight. Because someone like me, some people, it's still kind of how people deal with depression. Some people, when they're depressed, they eat, comfort eating.
And add weight.
Some people, they don't eat, they lose weight. Okay. So with me, I wasn't interested in food. I wasn't interested. So I was like, then I sat down, I said, okay, what are the things that I usually do? So I had to get medical help. So don't let me tell you that I did it on my own. No. I had to get medical help. I went to my GP and I explained the situation, what I was going through at work, because they were thinking, Daisy, what's wrong? Because I've never been off work. I've always loved my job, you know, active, but they didn't give me that support I needed then. So I was, you know, I didn't want to go to work. I was feeling like I don't want to do this job again and everything. And so when I spoke to my GP, very nice man, I still keep in touch with him. I explained what I was going through, and this is someone that knows me to be. I said, Daisy, what's happening? Then I explained. I said, I went through this and my work as well. This is what is going on. And he told me, he said, you know what? All the energy you're putting at that work, why don't you put it in your other job that you're doing? It seems you love that job. And I think my husband told me then as well that, Daisy, when it comes to entertainment, you have this thing in you that even if you're weak, as soon as you get there.
Let me quickly stop you because we're going to how your coping skills, how you were able to come up out of it. So thank you so much. That was actually interesting. I actually put down some points in here before we go into how she was able to come, because she's going into how she was able to come out of the depression now. So this is what I always say to people. Look, you can't just be too strong. There is no strong woman anyway. We all have emotions. We all have feelings. We all have different way of expressing ourselves. So the fact that somebody is bubbling, somebody is good looking, he or she dresses well, we all have feelings. So, and by the time people deny, if you're listening to her story, she didn't acknowledge she was getting depressed. She was actually in denial at the early part of the stage. She was thinking, no, I can't be depressed, because she knows herself. She thinks, oh, I'm too strong to be depressed. Look, depression is not a big deal. It's just a note. It's just a way that you've been holding on for too long. And there's just too much. There's just only too much that you can keep. We are all humans. And the fact that when people are getting depressed, sometimes even the people around you do not acknowledge it. In one of my show I did, in one of my program, I think the second or the third edition, I said, look, we women, we cover a lot. When you see us with our makeup, trust me, I don't know the kind of chemical they use in doing that foundation. It actually covers a lot. When you see somebody who is really, really dying inside, by the time we apply the makeup, we go out, we appear as if nothing is happening. And I want you to note one thing she said. She said she seek medical attention, medical help. She didn't say I was able to overcome it. So she said so we're not going to go into details. And let me tell you, I appreciate people who are able to come out bold and say, look, I've gone through this, and this is how I come through, and this is how I'm able to scale through. So I really, really appreciate, and I'll give you, there's this slang that was written in Nigeria, accolade. Okay. She deserves an accolade, actually. Please share this video. Can one of the admin please share the video on your Earth Matters forum? One of my admin, can you please share it and on Earth Matters forum? Thank you so much. So we'll be opening the line soon. If you go on Dazzling Daizy page, the number is there. It's 079 494 16004. So she's going into how she's coming out of the depression. You can start calling in. Please, thank you so much. Go ahead.
Okay. Like I said, I spoke to my GP and he was like, okay, this is what you're doing. My family, I had to tell them, you know what? This is what I'm going through. This is not funny anymore. And I think I need, so I went to read about it, and I was
your husband was actually telling you that, why can't you channel your energy?
My GP and him, as my GP told me, he told me that, you know what, and I want to point something out. You know, with jobs as well, you know, sometimes when you're doing a particular job and you feel like you're not enjoying it anymore, and you want to switch, you're no longer happy. And I was like, no, I'm no longer happy with this job. I've been doing it for 10 years. I want to focus full time on my entertainment, which is the MC that I was doing since Nigeria. So I said, you know what? And I said, but you know, when you do your MC, you know, you feel lively, you feel, why don't you go into that? And I was like, yeah. And to now make that decision was even more stressful because that is part of, you know, you have a regular income. So it's like leaving certainty to uncertainty. So I was like, oh my God, that was hard for me to pick the paper and pen. So when I even resigned, everybody at my work was shocked. They were like, Daisy, do you have any other job? Have you got a job somewhere? I said, no, I'm just going to be doing my MC. And they said, MC, entertainment. So you're going to leave this job to just go and do that full time. And that was in 2012. I said, yes, I'm going to do that. So people were shocked. And a lot of people were even thinking, oh, maybe they sacked her. Maybe they sacked her. Because how can you leave that kind of job
with that much money?
With that money you're making to go. But people don't know that
the stress,
the pleasure, the passion I have for the entertainment supersede any other job. When I first started, it was hard. Like, okay, first month, the memo did not come in. I was like, hey, what am I going to do? So I said, you know what? I'm going to make use of what I have, my social media network, you know, start pushing myself, start doing my work, start advertising, start putting everything out there. And voila, this is where we are today. And coping and getting out of it is a step at a time. First, make sure you stay in touch. You know, sometimes your people will be calling you. Anytime you see that people are calling you, you don't want to talk to them. If you're losing interest in speaking to friends, trust me, start checking yourself, especially your loved ones. Not people that are gossiping, no, your loved ones. When your loved ones are calling you.
So that is sign and symptoms to watch out for. To
watch it for your, you know, you're withdrawing you don't want to talk to your own family. Even when your children comes, the interest is not there. You just want to talk to them quickly and chase them go. And let them go. Then you start knowing. Then, you know, through that, you think like, okay, things you love to do, you don't do them no more. Anymore. So I sat down, I said, you know what? Some people take medication. When you feel that this one is extreme. Know the symptoms and deal with it straight away. There are a lot of women out there I have seen. By their reaction, by their behavior, I know there's something going on. And a lot of people, you know, they are in denial. Like, no, I'm not depressed. I rebuke it in Jesus' name. We can rebuke as long as we want. But rebuking is not the solution. If you now go through the process and you now pray, then everything will work out together. But if you sit down, not do anything, and you think that, okay, rebuking and praying and fasting will help you, my darling, it will increase the symptoms. Because when you're fasting, that means you're not eating again. And you need to eat balanced diet.
Of course, your body needs the nutrients.
Yes, and what you enjoy doing. And a lot of us, because of social media, we don't have, how long have I seen you now? It's been a while. We don't have the time to visit each other.
Of course.
Because social media, a lot of us, we just stay there, we start reading, we start, you know, focusing on what's going on social media. We don't get out there. And you know where we are in UK, especially winter time. The weather changes, and you're free to call in. I don't know the number. If you give me the number,
is 079 494 160 04. So you can actually start calling in now. I'm not going to stop her. So while she's actually typing, she's typing the number straight on the Facebook. And for those people who are on Open Radio, the number to call is 0794 941 6004. So I repeat, 079 494 16004.
Yeah, can people help us to
we've got a caller.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be stopping and picking up the call as the calls are coming.
It's not going to.
Hello, welcome to Health Matters on Sharing Experience with Dazzling Daisy. Thank you for calling.
Hello, thank you very much, Dazzling Daisy, for coming and sharing your experiences.
Thank you for calling in.
Empowering.
Oh, thank you.
Especially in Africa, mostly Nigerians, because once religion is attached, religious stigma that is attached to depression, postnatal depression, and all sorts of depression, you know, we keep rebuking and binding it, and this is sharing, and it's really, really strong and powerful and empowering of you.
Oh, thank
I really
you.
appreciate that.
Thank you so
And have
much.
a lovely week as well.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Thanks, caller. I'll keep on whilst you guys are calling in, and I know that we haven't got a lot of time because this is just 1 hour. We will talk about this.
Hello, welcome on the Health Matters with Dazzling Daisy.
Hi there. Hi, Daisy.
Hello.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
I just wanted to ask your guest whether she had counseling and what advice would she give
Okay.
other people who are going through depression due to bereavement.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Go on.
Yeah?
Go on.
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
Yeah, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
And also how that affects African culture.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's fine. I'll answer that now. Yes, I was referred to a counselor.
Okay.
Because I requested for it. I said I really want to speak to someone who is a specialist in that area. And I was referred to a counselor. She was a beautiful lady. And she talked me through what I need to do because she said, you're a strong lady. You just need, a bit of, talking through how to deal with it. But remember, I struggled for 1 year before I could
Come to that decision
because
so basically,
I don't want people to
so
know.
basically the reason why we are actually talking about sharing experience is because
I want to give her
the answer. That's the question.
Okay. Yes. And before Elizabeth continues, then she spoke to me. She gave me a book. She said to me that, I need to be making plans. She realized I'm a business person. And one thing I'm going to emphasize on, which really helped me. I'm this kind of person. My head is a computer head. I don't keep anything in my book. I've got so many password, work password, phone password, my website, people's phone number, to-do list, everything in my head. So, that's my this is business. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No. I'll take it. Those are my manufacturer. Okay, so where was I?
So you were talking about the
yes. So she when she was talking to me, she realized that I have a lot in my head. Like I don't put things down. So she said, first I need to have a weekly plan.
Okay.
I need to have a book to write everything, even from the simplest to-do list. I need to put it down. From as simple as I need to go out tomorrow. From as simple as I need to go out tomorrow, that I need to have a weekly plan. So what I do is Monday to Friday, I write everything I need to do, all my password, bank password, everything, all the password you can think of. I wrote everything down in a diary. I try to empty
your head,
my head, so that I
moving
can
the
have
stress away from the head. And
yeah, because I realize even if I'm sleeping, someone that owes me money, I will remember. Their telephone number to call is in my head. Everything is in my head. My daughter that wants to go to lesson is in my head. The time and everything. And I realized that my young daughter, the eldest one, she's so organized. She writes everything down. So I said, you know what? I'm going to learn from my daughter as well. So I had a book beside my bed. Because sometimes when I'm sleeping as well, ideas, will just come in my head like that. Things, and I'll just do what? I'll write it down. So since I started doing that, it was helping me. It was helping me. I could get enough sleep. I could get on with what I need to do every day. So when I'm going to bed, I'm going to bed with a clear, free head. And I was able to get over that. And I started, going back to my work. I was, then already I resigned anyway. I said, you know what? I'm going to face my entertainment. I started doing what I enjoy. first, you need to do what you enjoy. If you want to deal with it, even after medication or counseling or whatever, you need to do what you enjoy. And that is why when people see me on social media, when they see me anything, they say, Daisy, you're always happy. Right from me growing up, I've always been a happy child. If you ask anybody that knows me, I've always been a happy child. So that depression wanted to take that joy off me. And I was like, it will not happen. So I fought back and I said, no, I always have this thing. I always say fight to finish. You know what? Even with my weight, I like, this weight, yeah, never. Holy Ghost fire, fight to finish. So I take action, not just praying. I take action. So if the number to call is on the screen is 07949 416 004. So you're free to call in. You can ask me questions. And I know some of you, when I was coming, so many text messages. Oh, we're not going to be around. But Daisy, can't you do it on your page? This is my sister's platform, and I'm so happy to do it here. If there's going to be a second time,
of course, then
we will plan something again to do it. This is because they only have 1 hour, so I can only deal with 1 hour to do this quickly.
We still got a lot of time.
Yes, we still have time.
We still got a lot of time.
And you face your fear. Face your fear. You know,
before you go into the second, the question, she asked 2 questions. She said, counseling. Then, how are you able to cope regarding the African beliefs and mentality? Okay.
Firstly, I didn't say anything to anyone. I only spoke to my husband, my children. I tried to explain it to them in a way, and I spoke to my brother.
Okay.
And my brother was like, sis, you know what? Let me put 1,000 pounds in your account. You will be fine. I'm like, it's not about money. And so towards my birthday, he actually gave me 1,000 pounds. Like, well, yeah, take that. I said, no, you don't get it. It's not the money. He said, okay, let me book Dubai holiday for you. But so I didn't tell anyone, but I told my family. The reason is, if you tell your family or you have a close friend, they will know what is going on with you. But nowadays, you know, people make fun of anything. That's why a lot of people, they keep it to themselves because they don't want to share with friends. They feel like if they share with friends, they're gonna mock them. They're gonna mock them. I see so many things on Facebook, and people try to mock people that are going through depression, people that have mental health, you know, but please, there's still always one person that will be a very nice person that you can talk to. It's good to voice out, talk to someone so they know what is happening with you, and you can.
Let me quickly chip in this. You said the reason why people refuse to talk about their mental health issue is because of the way people who used to be their friends, when they have issues, will talk about them, behind them, and mock them.
Yeah.
So look, you don't have to disclose your issue with any friends and family.
Yeah, just go to the...
You just need to go to your GP. And it's only cowards, I repeat, cowards, people that mock people with their mental health states.
Yeah.
If somebody is suffering mental health, if somebody is experiencing mental health issue, and you're joking or sitting somewhere talking about it, then you need to examine yourself. Yes. You've got personality disorder. You've got issue, big issue yourself. Because it's just as good as you're happy for someone else's downfall. You're part of the problem. Because these are the reasons why people would die in silence. And look, I said to people, why did I start this program? I just realized, like what she mentioned, I kind of educate people outside my work. I've seen a lot of people that have actually gone... Look, depression is a serious thing. I would say Daisy's depression is actually not severe. If you see somebody
able to manage it on time
and cut on time after a year, some people are struggling and battling for 10 good years with this depression. And the fear of what people will say, the fear of I don't want people to laugh about me, the fear of I don't want people to joke about it, they will then go down the rain, and it will end up being, they will be hearing voices, they will be saying psychosis, and things will eventually, please, do not let anybody make you die in silence. Please, have the courage, have the boldness, be confident. You don't need to talk to anybody. If at all you need to talk to people, like she said, there must be somebody you trust.
Yeah.
And if you're within people that are not good enough, you don't have to surround yourself with negative people. Just go to your GP. There's nobody. Do your thing. Follow the medical advice. If need be medication, if need be therapy, take it. So let Daisy continue, please.
Yeah, I want to chip in something. If you are surrounded by people that you think you cannot talk to, then you should change your circle. Trust me. You should change your circle. Those are not your people, because you can't have 5 friends or 10 friends and not have one person
To trust.
to talk to. And there are symptoms you should look out for. Like I said, when you start withdrawing, first, there are things that you should notice. You won't want to get up to go and bath. You will feel hopeless. Even if you have money, I will look at my account. Elizabeth, there is money there. So it's not the money was not the problem. But the thing is, you won't just be able to point out what exactly the problem is. Yeah. You will feel like, oh my God, you don't want to get up, everything is just not working, and things are working. So you need to have friends. I had someone. I had my husband. I had my friend, very close friend, that anytime I'm down, I would say to him, I would say to my husband, and he would like, oh, he got to a stage. I didn't want to be telling my husband again. You know why? Because the Baba will go to work,
come back
to come home, and you want to tell him, you're tired. I don't even know what's going on. And you know, you just don't want that, because in my own household, I'm the one that brings the vibes. I'm the one. You always have one. Yeah, I'm the one that is bubbly. So if I'm down, so I look at my children and say, Mom, if you're not downstairs, the whole house is quiet, because my husband is very quiet. So I'm the one that is bubbly and everything. And I realized, no, I can't let this family down. And so I started getting in there. I love music. I started, and then I think my husband said, but Daisy, you always love to play music. What happened? You don't play music anymore? You don't listen to music? And I was like, I don't even want to listen to any music. So I started listening back to my music, playing music. When I'm cooking, I'm listening to, you know, I enjoy cooking. And I had a friend that each time I speak to him and I'm telling him my situation and I'm crying, I said, no. Daisy, you don't know yourself. Oh, you're a big girl. You know how people look at you. You're a special person. You're hardworking. You know, always telling me positive things that will build your courage and confidence back. Positive things. He say, do you know how many people that want to be like you? What's wrong with you? Do you know how many people that wants to be? You are blessed. You are this. You need to, you know, get out there. You know,
those are the people you need around you. Yeah, those are the kind of people
telling you
that believe in you.
Yeah. Like, no, you can't afford. Do you know how many people looking up to you? Do you know? So people don't know that even strong people still need people behind them to support them. So a lot of time people will see, you know, because naturally I love makeup when I was growing up. So I would dress up. I'll try to make that effort. Like, Daisy, you won't make.
So we'll call it maxing in nursing.
Yes, maxing. So, okay, maxing, like to push yourself.
No, maxing when you're covering up. You're not letting people.
No. That wasn't covering up for me. It was me getting back. Like, because
coming
we got
to
a stage.
Okay.
I don't want to do makeup only if I want to go out to work.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, even if I'm not going anywhere, let me start with my makeup. Okay. So I started doing makeup.
Your normal thing.
My normal thing.
Okay.
It will take time for you to get into it. So I started not thinking about why my brother was gone.
So you left the guilt.
Yes.
You left the past in the past.
Yes.
Okay.
I left everything and I started. But please, when you're going through depression or you're depressed, drinking is not the solution. A lot of people will think, oh, if I drink this, if I drink that. Some will think, let me go to party and just go and dance. They go to party, they go and dance. You get back home, you are back there. And sometimes some people will speak to pastor. Pastor will say, we will book it. Depression is not your portion.
Amen.
You know, they start praying. But instead of pastor to tell you, please, my dear sister, go and seek medical help. and then we will pray for you.
It's actually ignorance.
Yeah, because sometimes some people might think that depression is like this, it's very little, but before
it will escalate.
That's why you see a lot. See, seriously, I have seen a lot. When I see people at parties, when I see the way some people are behaving, social media, everywhere, I can tell some people are going through it.
They are not happy.
They are going through it, but instead of them to seek medical help, they pour it on someone else. So that's why you see people, you know, bipolar, depression, you know, mental health it's in different categories. You're a mental health nurse, and you know what I'm talking about. So a lot of people don't know. So things like this, you need to check yourself. If you're always angry for no reason,
she's very right. When you're depressed to a fault, there's every chances of you getting unnecessarily there will be temper issue.
Yes.
So you actually get angry unnecessarily, and you start transferring the aggression on other people. Yeah. So like I said it 2 months ago. Going to party will not solve the problem. You go to party, you'll be happy truly, but you come back to your problem.
The problem is still there.
It's still there, awaiting you at your doorstep. Anyway, as soon as you enter, he's there. So thank you so much. That was actually a good testimony. I would say that was actually a good experience. And please, if you look at the way she was able to come out of it, I put a lot of things down. She mentioned like taking weekly plan.
Facing your fears, you know, like some things that you think you cannot do anymore, like getting dressed up to go out, face it, dress up, go out, hang out with good friends, exercise.
Yeah,
I started going back to the gym because because honestly, that depression can drain your energy. It can drain your energy. Everything you want to do is in your head, but you will not do it. You will lie down there. I'm gonna go to the shop to buy grocery. From there, I'm gonna go to Peckham to buy beef, to go and buy meat from Peckham. I'm gonna take my children to swimming. From there, I'm gonna do this. But you know what? 5 hours later, you are still on your bed.
On the bed.
You won't get up.
Or if some people even enjoy watching YouTube all day.
If you are watching TV more than normal, check yourself. If you're sleeping more than normal, check yourself. If you are awake in the night more than normal, check yourself. So many things. So many. If you get teary every minute, you know, like any little thing you're crying, any small thing you're crying, check yourself. Because you will be so emotional. Any small thing will make you cry. Any little thing, then you start thinking about life, that I think I'm supposed to be here. Maybe it's my husband that is slowing me down. That's when you will now see maybe it's my wife. You know why men don't really suffer? Men go through depression, but the way we both handle it is different. You know, men now, even when they are down, if you're a woman, you stress them at home. By the time they hang out with their friends, they laugh about it, they talk about it, they just go. But us as women, we you know, we are fault finders. Always blaming our mistake on someone, always blaming our misfortune on one mama that is dead long time. Instead of us to pick ourselves up, you know, and jump back into it. Do what you enjoy. Write it down. What do you want to do after? Okay, this is it now. What do I want to do? Look at what you enjoy doing. Even if it's going to be a part-time, do it part-time. And morning exercise is good. If you wake up, if you can take a walk in the morning, or you do, just stand up or climb your steps, your stairs like 5 times, go back. You know, it just release this kind of stress, hormones. You know, it will give you energy. It will ease your stress. It does. If you love swimming, do it. So many things. Like I said, do not drink alcohol. If you want to do maybe a glass of wine if you're out, but don't think alcohol is a solution to the problem. It's just going to add more, because when your eye clear, make us speak pidgin, you know, as we do for our own show. When your eye open clear, you go back to depression. Try to eat healthy, fruit-based meal, on starchy food like potato, bread, rice, pasta, something to give you energy, slow releasing energy, you know, beans, you know, but try not to eat a lot of fat, you know, because of weight, you know, all those things. Have a routine. When people feel down, they get into poor sleeping patterns, staying up late, sleeping during the day, trying to get up, you know, at your normal time will help you. Stick to a routine, you know, what you need to be doing. And if you feel that you have tried all these things, but you are still depressed, I beg, seek medical help.
I can say that one of my sisters actually talking about mood swing is actually part of it, and that 1 minute you're happy. Mood swing is actually a bit different from depression, because 1 minute you're happy. Mood swing means 1 minute you're hyper, very extreme.
I think that one, so I can talk about that. That one is bipolar.
That's what I'm saying. So it's part of the symptoms of bipolar. So mood swing is different from depression.
Mood swing.
So 1 minute you're really depressed.
No, low. When it comes to bipolar, go and research it. Some people, you need to take note of them. They can be as low, you know, they will be so depressed, they will be down, they will be quiet, you know, quiet as a sea, you know, like, you know, they'll be so quiet. Maybe for 2 weeks or something, and when they come back, they will be extremely happy. Excessively. Extremely. How are you? Oh, my sister. Oh, my brother. They will be extremely happy. Those kind of people, those are people that at that point of their happiness, they'll start thinking of so many ideas will be coming to their head. Oh, I want to build a school. You know, I want to do this. Okay, I want to do charity work. Okay, I want to do this. They'll have lots of plans, big, huge plans. Some of them can even tell you they want to resign and do another job.
That's even good. But some people, on the other hand, when they actually hyper, they go into the negative way, sleeping around. It's part of sleeping around because they can't control it. And when we treated bipolar, one of the psychiatrists actually mentioned it. I remember that some people, when you see them sleeping around, it's not because the intention of want to do it. So people, they're vulnerable. It's a medical thing. They can't help it.
Did you hear?
So
some women that you see sleeping around from one place to another, they say it's medical condition.
It's been treated. If you go and watch my go on your Earth Matters and watch bipolar, and you hear when the consultant mentioned that this is actually manic, they're really on the hyper side, that they do extremely nasty things that ordinarily when they come back to the normal senses, they will be like, how did I get to this stage? Some people, and that's why some people get themselves in trouble with the police. They drink and drive. Some people, they actually go to the shop and still, you know, they're quite a lot of negative things. So we're rounding up now. There's actually 5 more minutes to go. So we'll if you still want to call in, is 079 494 16004. So 079 494 16004. So thank you so much, Dazzling Daizy. Like I said, this is not something we could finish treating in a day. I really appreciate your comment. It takes a courageous person to come out facing the crowd and explaining to the whole world. This is Facebook. A lot of people are listening on the open radio station who are not in UK, in Canada, in America, a lot in Nigeria. They're listening to what we're saying. And like I said to you earlier on, you could see Dazzling Daizy. She's okay. Hasn't got any mental health issue. I don't want you to go on the Facebook to say, then you need to check yourself. You need to check it. So I know Nigerians very well. So that the way they rub their mouths and go about things, you know what?
Well, that's why people don't talk about it.
So that's why people will not talk about it. And on my platform, I respect people. There are rules and regulations. You cannot mock. You cannot stop people from expressing themselves. Mental health is a normal disease like headache. Mental health issue is a normal disease like you have cancer, physical, diabetic, high blood pressure, and nobody is actually shy to talk about it. So it's actually okay for people to share their experience. It's actually okay for people to talk about, to empower people. You know, somebody will be out there, I'm very sure, to say, oh, if Daisy has gone through that, and she's bold to talk about it, let me go and see my doctor. There's nothing here to be ashamed of. Please, the essence of this program is to empower people to seek medical attention. Not just medical attention, but on time. Don't leave it too late. Please, go to your GP. People don't have to know your business. If you notice on my show, when you call in, I don't need to know your name. I don't ask where you're calling from. My aim of this show, the purpose of this show is not to gain popularity. I don't need a thank you. I am fulfilled touching people's life. If you go on your Earth Master on Facebook, you can add yourself, you can add people on the platform. People talk about their issues. You can post a question and I will send it anonymously. I don't have to put your name. If you send it, a lot of people have actually benefited from this program. And I want to say thank you so much to my guest today, Dazzling Daisy. You know, I like it when she say entertain.
I'll say that before we go now.
You know what, go on then.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm here. You all know me on Facebook. To people that just see me for the first time, you know, contact me if you want to talk about anything. We can have, you know, a cup of tea, which I was doing in the past. I'll sit down, we'll have a cup of tea, we talk together, you know, share the experience together to let you know you're not the only one. For those of you just seeing me for the first time, my name is Dazzling Daisy, the only entertaining MC with style and swag. We have a caller.
The last caller.
Last caller for today.
Hello, welcome on the show.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Is that the Health Matters?
That's Health Matters.
Okay. Basically, I've been listening to the show and it's very fascinating and interesting.
Oh, thank you.
I want to commend you for organizing the program and also your guest.
Thank you.
I mean, it takes a very brave person to come on the show to come and talk about their experience.
Thank you.
And that's part of the problem we have as, you know, people of ethnic minorities, especially Africans, because of stigma. You know, we hide all these things and we don't talk about it. And I hope people listening to this program would appreciate the fact that mental illness is not something to, you know, that is ridiculous or shouldn't be heard of. It happens to everyone and it can happen to anybody, you know, and people should treat it just like we treat diabetes, we treat hypertension, and also all those other physical problems.
That's right, my brother.
And because without actually doing that, one runs the risk of isolating themselves and becoming more depressed to the point of where they want to end their life. And you know, that really is not the way to go. So I really commend you. It's just to really say thank you very much for the program, and I hope that you would be able to organize more of this kind of show.
Oh, thank you, sir.
On with people with the experience to come and talk about their experience on, and hopefully people would know that, you know, I'm not the only one. It's not only me. It happens to people, you know, people like your guest, who I believe is a well-known person as well. So well done, both of you.
Thank you, sir.
Much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. That was actually a wonderful one from the last
He's a guy.
He's a guy. Can you imagine?
I love
You don't start. Don't you start. So thank you so much for all my viewers, all my callers today, for everyone that actually been commenting on Facebook, all the Dazzling Daisy fans. I can see you. Thank you. A big shout out. Thank you so much to my admin today, Mother Gatsumiri, and my able director, Alagba Emile Rico, Mr. Bankole. He's actually thank you so much. He's the brain behind Health Matters. Like you hear from the last caller, if you have something to share, if you want to, you can speak to Dazzling Daisy. She will let me know. It's actually a program about I want people to see mental health as not the term mad. It is just an illness. And you could see when I love doing what I'm doing. It is my job. I enjoy it. I enjoy it when I support people. I am so passionate about what I'm doing. And that's why when I was talking earlier on, I don't want anyone to talk anyone down on my program or anyone to make it comment or reference to this show. I want people to have the boldness to come on the show to actually share their experience, because somebody's out there somewhere will learn and will encourage them to seek the medical attention they need. So stay tuned till I see you next month. My name remains Labake, also known as Elizabeth. You can send any request or information question on my platform, Elizabeth Akintade on Facebook, and or you join Your Earth Matters group on Facebook. You see it with the green icon and the green and the black icon. There are quite a lot of Your Earth Matters on Facebook. I really appreciate my callers today. I really appreciate Dazzling Daizy once again.
Thank you. And if you're sorry, darling, if you're just joining, as soon as we go off the show, you can rewatch it. You can share and watch from beginning and tell people about health matters.
Thank you so much. So see you next month. Bye.
Bye.